Okay, y'all. So this is really bad. Hopefully I'll have my new phone tomorrow. Um but this video is just it's terrible. But this is what we have to work with. Um anyway, I'm going to try something. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, that is a little bit better. I ran my hair dryer on it cuz what happens is there's a little bit of condensation. The seal on the waterproofness is right by the camera lens, and so the camera lens gets condensation on it. Go figure. Anyway, but that's a little bit better. um Usually you can read this behind me, but not today. So anyway, all right. So I am feeling much lighter. I came to a decision today, and I've talked it over with several people, including my mother. Um, I have been trying to get everyone to do things the same for mom because it's important for her dementia for them to always happen in as close to the same manner as they can, right? So, and it's okay, this is kind of a multi-layered explanation. Okay, so let's just take one thing that I'm trying to get people to do the same. I am trying to get them to follow a procedure that mom is used to for dressing. And they don't understand that the reason, and I've been explaining it, but the reason that I want them to do it the same is because she has dementia. Having it happen exactly the same way helps her keep up with the process. And as her dementia gets worse, that repetition will carry her further than doing it different every time we do it. That's just going to be, eventually she'll shut down from that. And I just really feel like I'm really adamant about, please start at the bottom. And I've got like a procedure, so it always happens the same way. So she always does the same motions with her arms, and I can tell that she actually kind of enjoys it because she knows where she is in the process. Just like everybody else on the planet, you want to know what you're doing. She wants to know what she's doing. She anyway, so but I've been trying to get everybody to do it my way for the dressing and the, show, and um I just don't, it's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. It's frustrating for me, and with my cognitive issues on a daily basis, sometimes explaining something is super hard. Then I have had probably 20 different people in here over the course that all had a better way to do it. And I'm sorry, but I've been, I have devised the best way for mom. It may not be the best way for everybody on the planet, but it's the best way for her. And I've been here, and I'm a really smart cookie, and I've developed this over time with her. And I am tired of arguing it about with caregivers, politely arguing about it. I'm tired of, I just want to be done with that part. Can't you tell how anxious it makes me? So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do all of her dressing. I'm going to actually take over her showering because it needs to happen the same way every time. And the only way it can happen the same way every time is if one person does it. So I'm going to increase the nighttime stuff because they can attend her going to the bathroom at night. There's no problem with that. No problem. But she's just not, yeah, it's just not Yeah, just not going to be the way it's been. And I just feel so much lighter because now I don't have to come up with a way to be better cognitively than I am, because what happens if somebody, while I'm explaining it, somebody asks questions, if they keep on doing it, it interrupts me enough that eventually I have trouble getting back to what I was saying. And it sounds ridiculous, but that's the damage that MS has done to my brain. It just doesn't allow me to have that fluidity of thought that you usually, can have. So conversation is not it's not necessarily a simple thing for me. So, and the sad thing is I'm like desperate for help, but this process has been really hard for me. But if all I have to do is in the morning, I set her up for the day, and then at the end of the day, I set her into, get her into bed, or, get her undressed, then you know what? I'm cool with that. Okay. So my one care worker, I think, is going to have a real problem with it because she wants to do everything for her. And I think she sees herself not only as my mom's caregiver, but also kind of as a maid. But she's not a maid. And that's why I don't want her. I mean, it's not the only reason, but her job is to sit with mom and pay attention to mom, you know, and to interact with mom, and talk with mom and, have fun with mom and do that kind of stuff. And be be stimulating in some kind of way. Um, that's a lot to do if you are taking care of everything else. And the more people mom interacts with, the better. On that end, that's great. That's the one thing that doesn't have to be the same all the time. So anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for this. I think that this one care worker might have a little bit of a problem because she really wants to do everything. And I think, though, it comes from a good place in her heart. She wants to be valuable to us. And I think she thinks like her job depends on it too. I think. I'm not certain, but I think. And it doesn't. It doesn't. The parameters of the job are what I say they are. You know? So that's the way that's the way it goes. Home Instead says one of their care workers can do any of this list of things, but it doesn't mean they have to do them all. And I think that this care worker might be confused about that. So anyway, so I got to have a conversation with somebody at Home Instead, maybe. I'm not sure, because I don't want it to become a big hairy issue either. So I'm going to see if I can find a way to say it first. I don't know. But I do think she has an accent because she's from Africa, and I think I'm the first person who's really acted like they really like her. I think she's kind of, and I think it's funny, but with people's southern accents down here, I think she's had a lot of trouble being understood, but it's because she has a very good vocabulary. And I'm sorry, but some people anywhere, there are many people who aren't up to it. Because she's got a lovely English vocabulary. She uses big words. She uses, and I just feel like, they said they can't understand her, and that's got to be so frustrating because she's speaking very good English, and it's not her fault that they can't understand her. It's actually theirs, It's like, oops. So anyway, So anyway, that's it. I'm going to have to make that big cut in there, and I hope everything works out. But anyway, I'm going to watch some TV and just um, relax tonight. I'm going to take care of mom tonight so my brother can get some rest. So anyway, so that's about it. All right. So this is just seeming like you can tell this is like the right decision. I just feel so good about it. I feel good about it too because my brother has spelled me for this long. I was able to like pull my head out of when I'm not rested and stuff, I'm worthless mentally. It's just, the grind is too much. But I was able to think of this today because my brother spelled me long enough to, you know, help me get to this point mentally so I could just have a better thought than the thought I was having before. So I'm really, really grateful that he came down, and I'm really grateful that he stayed around a little longer too. So anyway, that's it. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Take good care of yourself and take good care of each other. Good night.